What if consent begins before language? What if your body already knows something before your mind has caught up? Most of us were taught that consent is something we communicate with words. We ask, we answer, we explain. And all of that is important. But as a somatic psychologist, I've spent years observing something that happens beneath the level of language. I've watched people saying yes while their bodies were saying no. I've watched people freeze, comply, disconnect, or lose access to their own knowing when choice felt complicated. And I've watched how difficult it can be to trust ourselves when we learn to prioritize belonging, safety, or connection over what our bodies are telling us. That's part of what inspired this series. Somatic Consent is built on a simple premise. Consent doesn't begin when we speak. It begins in the body. Long before words form, our nervous system is already tracking safety, hesitation, readiness, attraction, capacity, and threat. Over the next 6 weeks, we're going to explore what happens when we begin to listen to those signals. We'll start by learning how to recognize the subtle language of the body and the nervous system. We'll explore how our bodies track safety before our minds do, and why so many of us learn to override our own signals in order to stay connected, accepted, or safe. We look at the fawn response not as a weakness, but as a brilliant survival intelligence. We'll explore the windows of capacity and the importance of honoring our maybes and the protective patterns that can make genuine choice difficult to access. We'll talk about culture, history, and lived experience, and how each of us arrives in the present moment carrying a unique nervous system that has been shaped by relationships and environments that came long before us. And ultimately, we'll arrive at what I believe is the heart of this work: relational integration. Because somatic consent isn't only about knowing yourself. It's about bringing that self-knowledge into relationship. It's the pause before you speak, the courage to say what your body already knows, the capacity to hear another person's no or not yet without making it mean something about you. It's where self-awareness becomes intimacy, where inner work becomes relational practice, and where the body's wisdom finally gets a voice. Before we begin, I want to offer a brief reminder. This series is educational, not therapy. As we explore these topics together, you may notice sensations, emotions, memories, or reactions arriving in your system. If that happens, move slowly. Pause if you need to. Orient to your surroundings. Look around the room that you're in. Notice what tells your nervous system that you're here now. Maybe feel your feet on the floor. Notice the support beneath your body. There's no need to push through. You're welcome to engage with this material at your own pace. My hope is not that you become perfect at this. My hope is that you become more curious, more connected, and more compassionate towards the wisdom your body has been carrying all along. Thank you for being here. Let's begin.